2016 seems like it's set to be the year of the superhero movie. More so than usual, with big screen adventures starring Captain America, Batman, Superman, Suicide Squad, the Ninja Turtles, the X-Men, and Doctor Strange set to hit over the coming months. The first one out the gate is Deadpool, which aims to spin the superhero movie on its head as Wade Wilson becomes the fourth wall-breaking Merc with a mouth. Let's hear a clip.
That's why I brought him.
I prefer not to hit a woman, so please.
I mean, that's why I brought her? Oh, no, finish your tweet. That's fine. Just give us a second. There you go. Hashtag it. We'll get her, Tiger. Oh, I so pity the dude who pressures her into prom sex.
This is a movie that, right from the opening credits, establishes exactly the kind of film it is. It feels like Fox had $50 million left over that they did not feel confident spending on Fantastic Four, so they gave it to Ryan Reynolds and director Tim Miller to just go have fun. Reynolds had been begging the studio for years to allow him to star in a Deadpool movie, and all of that waiting has paid off. This film is crazy in the best possible way, as the filmmakers seem to break all the rules. Even the origin story is told in an inventive way, as the screenwriters play around with narrative. It's also really, really funny, as almost every joke hits. Ryan Reynolds digs into the role and gives Deadpool an energy befitting the character, but the supporting cast is solid too, with T.J. Miller delivering some successful zingers of his own. Colossus and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are also well handled. Oh, and about there being two X-Men in it and what timeline and continuity this is supposed to be, yeah, they make jokes about that too. The action scenes are amazingly well directed and choreographed, so kudos to Tim Miller. He's mainly worked on video games and animated shorts, and for his feature directing debut, he really knocked it out the park. He even uses slow motion in a clever way. However, it's not just a succession of jokes. Part of what makes this worth investing in is that Wade Wilson and his backstory is well written, and the more dramatic scenes are well handled, so you do grow to care about him as a character. If I have a minor issue, I did not think the villains were that compelling. But with everything else this film does correctly, that's a minor issue. This is a different kind of superhero movie that has a lot of fun with the genre. Next up is a French-Canadian animated film about two groups of children forming a snowball war. This is Snowtime.
Cleo! Come here, girl. That's a good girl. I'd miss you too much to leave you at home. Right, girl?
Say, do you think Cleo could guard my fort?
You bet she could. She's a great guard dog. Right, girl?
This is actually a remake of a live-action film from Quebec called The Dog Who Stopped the War, which I have not seen, but is apparently a childhood favorite for many over there. If that movie is as good as they say, then Snowtime does not do it justice. My biggest problem is that the characters are not particularly likable or fleshed out, and as such, I find myself being fairly disinterested in their little snowball war. The attempts at humor don't really work, and becomes particularly jarring when we go from a farting dog to a dead father flashback. Compare that to something like Inside Out, which was able to transition from comedic moments to dramatic scenes in a seamless way. When Snowtime tries to hit an emotional chord, I just found myself feeling nothing. The voice acting really grated on my nerves, which makes me wonder how many of the film's problems have to do with a lackluster English dub, and something was just lost in translation. I will say the animation is decent and the character designs are appealing enough. The studio behind this film does show a lot of promise. They just need stronger material to work from. This is definitely a children's film rather than a family film, but I think there's better things out there for the younger set than this one. Thank you for tuning in to this week's reviews, and I'll see you next time.